Game 6 is with base chosen with from my opponent, and a few thoughts crossed my mind at the beginning here. We have some trashing in Monastery and Exorcist, which is fine. There's also a bit of draw in Blessed Village Moat Imp. Imp is present because of the Exorcist. However, plus buy is a bit tricky because the only plus buy is in the boon pile. There are a couple gains in Bandit and Mine, but the buy is locked up in the boons. So that is going to be a bit tricky to maneuver that. I still think it is worth it to still go after something with Blessed Village and Moat. I was thinking about using mine maybe to mine into idols and then use the exorcist to trash the idols to gain ghosts. Yeah, I'm obsessed with the ghost. Anyway, so I'm gonna open with monastery and exorcist here, so both the trashing cards. My opponent goes for the silver and the monastery, and I pick up a moat here. He talked about some crazy thing that he thought about, and then he said I opened for it, so I'm not sure if I was doing the crazy thing that he thought about, or if I did something different to what he was thinking about. At any rate, he also picks up a moat on his turn 3 there, and this turn I think about whether or not to trash this estate, or if I should leave it for the exorcist to find, because the monastery can get the copper or it can get the estate. I decided to get the estate there. Not sure if that's correct. That could have been another wisp for me. And crypt for my opponent. So definitely crypt is something that I thought about. Crypt can trap your treasures and spread it out very nicely for you. Silver here allows me to trash one card with the exorcist. And a couple silver is more than enough for what I want to do here to just get up to 5 really. Especially with the wisps in my deck instead of the estates. So the crypt is something I do have to keep in mind. He has a couple moats now, my opponent, so maybe he's looking to do something a bit more money-ish, in which case I assume Bandit is coming soon. But I definitely could see the crypt. I thought about buying a crypt here, honestly, but I go for the idol. That might be a bit premature. Perhaps a blessed village is better at this point in the game, but I do go for the idol instead. Here the auto buy kind of messes up my ability to trash copper, so I have to undo to get that done. I don't feel too bad about that undo. Here I again forget how monastery works. Monastery can trash coppers in play or cards from hand, so I could have picked up another moat here, I believe, and trashed 2 coppers. Instead I only trashed the 1 copper from the exorcist. So again, just the the lack of familiarity causing some minor problems. So that monastery, for example, I could have used it to trash 1 in play. Thought about asking for an undo, but I said, look man, learn from your mistakes. If you keep asking for undos, you won't learn. So I just didn't click the button and moved on there with my lone moat and lone copper trash. So my opponent, he managed to get his crypt down with 3 or 4 treasures into play. He picked up a gold off the Sky's Gift here, and yeah, it seems more and more like he's going after money. I think he has the Blessed Village at this point. I think he has the Blessed Village. Not playing the moat here because I do not want to trigger the shuffle. There's not a lot worth going for in that shuffle. I do get a nice boon here though. The Flames Gift allowing me to trash there. Excellent. Had I triggered the shuffle there, I would have been hoping to find Exorcist or Monastery, and I don't think it's reasonably likely to expect that from 1 card. Anyways, now I get the Blessed Village here. I have a couple moats. I should try to support that, and very soon, very soon, I should be looking to pick up imps for my deck. Very soon I should be looking to pick up the imps for my deck. So My opponent doesn't have an Exorcist yet. My Exorcist has been doing okay. I've picked up Wisps from it, which is nice, but the Imps are much better targets right now. Here, I am actually going to hold back this silver, I believe, just so that I can trash it to pick up an Imp, and I'll use the Monastery to nick off the Estate, I believe. So definitely taking that boon next turn. It's like a dungeon, and we all know how good dungeon is. And there comes the first Imp. So I'm looking in decent shape here. Because I gained the Imp with the Exorcist, I didn't even think about this. But playing the Exorcist first was correct here because it allows my Monastery to trash one extra card. So I gained the Blessed Village as well as an Imp, and now the Monastery trashes more than one card. So hooray for being inadvertently clever about the game. So again, you've heard this several times in the match before. The order in which you play these things are important. With boons, with hexes, with the knight cards, obviously, and it's not immediately obvious to me being being new to the expansion. Alright, so the Imp does manage to find a Blessed Village here, and I'm able to draw through till the end of the deck, which is great. My opponent seems to be having a bit of bad luck on his side. He says that he hasn't been able to play a single village yet, which is not very nice for him, I imagine. This is another great boon, the Earth's Gift. Means I'll get a village for nearly free, and I'll get a Wisp from it as well. Hooray for Wisp. Hooray for Wisp. 5 here. I think about second idol, but I think the bandit has to be better. It just has to be better. The second idol would be for the purpose of cursing my opponent. I know he has a couple of moats. He's not gonna have them in hand all the time. They're not schemes, they're moats. But I believe the bandit is more important, and I get rid of the monastery with the exorcist to pick up another wisp. The wisp is nice. The wisp can pick up other wisps as well as imps, and I have moats in the deck too, so that's an even additional advantage there. The wisp might find a moat for me. So here again, drawing through till the end. My opponent still hasn't managed to get everything together yet, but he will get there soon. Useless boon here. The sun. This is probably the most, the worst boon, because it can be very double-edged. You might trigger a shuffle that you wouldn't want to trigger ordinarily. Freaking Sun's Gift. And now here I'm going to pick up the second idol and trash this gold. I freshly gained gold off the bandit. Trash it for, you know it, ghost. Ghost time. So now the exorcist is doing real well. So it seems like, okay, if you want to open with an exorcist, you have to have a plan for making that exorcist relevant for the rest of the game, or for very long into the game. Using it as just a way to convert estates into wisps mightn't be the best use of $4 on a starting hand, but if you could make it give you value for the rest of the game. Like here I've picked up an imp and a ghost off of it. My opponent, he goes for a bandit. He finally manages to chain everything together there to draw all of his deck, but he just has fewer things than I do, really. Fewer pieces. He doesn't have the idols, for instance. He doesn't have as many villages or any of these spirits. So yeah, I was saying about the exorcist. Yeah, you have to probably think long term about the exorcist, past the estate trashing into the wisps, of course. So here I was able to get an imp off of it by trashing the silvers, which I bought early on, and now the gold that I bought, I was able to use that to get a ghost here. Again, now I'm thinking here, do I have action cards left in the back? I deliberately didn't play the moat because there was a village in the top 2 cards there that I knew the ghost would find. So, alright, we'll stop there and let the ghost find the village, no problems. And I'll get a couple extra cards at the start of the turn. So that's great. That is great, great news. Yeah, we have this nice, autoplay thing here with the moat, so I don't have to keep clicking reveal moat, reveal moat. Well done, shuffle it for that. That's nice. 8 for my opponent. He could start going after the provinces. He will have enough money with the bandit in his deck. But he goes for an idol. I think that's the correct thing to do, because there's a plus buy somewhere in there. And if I alone have the idol, I will find it eventually, and I'll make use of it. So, not only that, there are other boons that gain things which might be useful for gaining some sort of advantage. So I think the idol is a good buy for him there. I think he has to do it. I have 3 of them, which is pretty nice. If I'm able to draw everything, I should be able to get through 2 boons and maybe give him a curse. He doesn't have a moat in hand here, so I will get to give him a curse at this point. Will get to do so. This gets me a silver. I get to curse him, and I get to maybe top deck the silver. Not going to do that. That's not at all exciting whatsoever. So again, auto buy screws me up here because I wanted to trash that silver into another imp. I only have the 1 imp, but I can definitely make use of 3 or 4 of them. Definitely can make use of that. Another thing my opponent mentioned to me there in the chat, you can see, is that he left all of his coppers in the crypt and they slowly leaked out, and he's realizing, oh wait, I should have kept my monastery around, because he also trashed his to gain a wisp earlier on. But now he has that to deal with, so that's too bad for him. Too bad. In the meantime, I'm looking real nice here, but again, the lack of plus buy is an issue, right? Which is why the curse is very important, because it separates the score line, right? If we could just go province, it would be a bit trickier, but the curse that I gave him there is going to help with the breaking that symmetry. Of course, he has the Exorcist, which he can use to trash said curse, but I can always give him another one, right? I can always give him another one. So he picks up another idol. I do go for another moat here, because kind of want to be defended from the idols. I don't want to have to use my Exorcist to trash curses, and it's a bit more draw in the deck. I have a couple extra villages, I feel, so with the bandit constantly gaining gold and whatever, I'd like to be able to draw through everything. So here my computer has a bit of an issue. It starts to lag for whatever reason, so his turns will start to fly through really quickly. On that last in there, he bought a province really, and he gained a ghost with his Exorcist. So this is my turn now here, and I am also going to be able to pick up a province as well as give my opponent a curse, I believe. I was able to give him a curse here. No, I didn't. He has the mode. So now here's actually where I think I find the plus buy. This one is very nice. Again here, that could have been an estate that I gained there. I don't find the plus buy. Never mind. I'm dumb. No. Wait. That was the Blessed Villages boon. I might find the plus buy. Hold on. This is where I find. Yeah, you see, I find the plus buy. I know what I'm talking about. Not the best time to find the plus buy. I would have obviously liked to find it when I had more money, but I'm gonna make use of it and take an estate there again, just to break the symmetry in case that he manages to trash the curse. It's not far-fetched to expect him to trash the curse, honestly. And now I have my ghosts working in tandem. Oh my god. This is the dream. This is the dream come true. This is my first multi-ghost game with the expansion. And I have them working in tandem, very nice and symmetrically. Beautiful. Very happy. I could lose this game at this point. I don't care. I managed to get more than one ghost, and they're working in tandem with each other. I think I'm more trashing the Exorcist here, because I feel like it's done enough work for me and it's a dead draw at this point. I decided to keep it around. I could maybe use a couple imps and also might need to trash curses, so I will keep it just for that purpose. I'm not able to see everything here, but I see enough of the deck Really just the triple idol or the double idol is good enough for me to see here. Giving my opponent yet another curse. And these boons are okay, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. So I did think about trashing the Exorcist here, but I'm actually going to use it again to get me an imp here. So I think it was worth keeping that around, even if it's just to trash the curses. So now we are going to very quickly end the game here. My opponent picks up a province on his next turn. I pick up the penultimate one, and I pick up the one after that as well to finish the game. So I do manage to win game 6 here. It seems like he had a bit of unfortunate draw. Not sure if he was going for the same kind of strategy as I was, or maybe he was going for something a bit more money based with Crypt. I mean, I think that's decent, man. Crypt, being able to spread your money around is very, very good. Like, draw money, Crypt. I don't see anything wrong with that. Do not see anything wrong with that at all. I hold up here. Once I find the 3 idols, I'll stop and let the ghost find something to do here. Managed to ghost that imp, which is great. But yeah, that is game 6 here. The village moat imp wisp thing came through and the exorcist came through. Most importantly, hooray for exorcist and ghost. Alright, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.